Hey everybody, Dustin here. Look what I have on the table today. Finally, after 2 months of waiting, the F-18 Hornet C model is here. I'm going to do this in a red Devils livery. So the tail, the vertical stabs are going to be red, and the actual control surface is going to be white. So I figured I'd just do a quick unboxing just to show you guys. Yeah, Motion has had theirs, but we'll just get down into it. What's cool about this one is you can go from an 80 or a 90. It comes with a 90, but for those that want, very cool. And so some of the, I guess I didn't have time to paint these gray. I'll bring the camera over here shortly. Let's see what these are real quick. Because I've got to go get touch-up paint anyway. Yeah, they're the 80 millimeter EDM parts are blue. Cool. So anyway, I know everybody's gonna want to see the gray. Let's just get down into it. Where are you at? And I believe we'll take that. So there we go. Cool. So we have the wings and the horizontal stabs. Cool. Lay these over to the side because I do not need these right yet. Wow, this puppy fuses every bit. So here's your 80 millimeter, and it actually says 80 on it for those 80 guys. These are the parts I'm interested in at this moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this guy together, and then we are going to basically just do a build for myself and rock on. You will find that a few of the parts, just looking it over, inside that you're really not going to see when you're flying the plane, and you're really going to have to look hard to find them if you got the gray. They are blue. Example being, I mean, like, look at this fuse. This fuse is gorgeous. It's huge, and I can't wait to fly it. But I've got to paint it first. And do the stickers, do the delivery. Looks like some of the parts for the landing gear, like the inside functionality, moving parts and mechanisms are blue, but I don't care. I do not care. There's more important things than to fuss over that. So we'll put this down, and we are going to start masking the vertical stabs so we can rock on. Okay guys, so I've already done one. Okay guys, so I've already done one vertical stab. I've got to remove the servo so that I can paint this thing. So all you have to do is remove this guy and just lightly pull it back, like so. I'm gonna keep them separated. So I have one on this side. Next, I've got this from, I wanna say Harbor Freight. And what it's gonna do is allow me to pull the staple up just to get underneath there. It's kind of hard doing this with the camera. It doesn't feel like the staple's glued. Yeah. Cool. I don't want to take it out. I just want to pull it up so I can have some wiggle room with the servo wire. But next, you're going to take the pointy end and then just go basically I'm just almost over like so. And now we just grab it and start wiggling it out. That's it. Cool, so I'm gonna take the ball link off. I'm going to have to tape around here. This area is gonna be red, this area is gonna be white. I will probably hand paintbrush this just to save time. I don't think it's gonna be a huge deal breaker. However, I really want to put some lights here, like on the full scale model. But you can see, and there's no, it's been mentioned before, how this was a blue plane, or at least the plastic pieces were blue. They just Freewing just didn't have time to paint them. I do not care. I do not care. Hell, I may buy another one and have me a fleet of F-18s. So frog tape. So I've got the small. Probably using it at both of these. Locally, we get the Southside Chopper. If you're in North Carolina, you can go by a Food Line, grab one of these, and I use this for help masking. And I just and what I'll do too is, come on. Take the tape and then I'll put it on my pants leg or my shirt about 3 or 4 times just to dull the tackiness down. There's 3, 4. So I was doing it off camera. Let me. I'm not gonna need like a big piece. It's like half a page is all I really want and all I really care about. So now start here. So here we taped up the vertical stab, and then of course to make sure that the paint that we're about to spray adheres to the paint, to the foam, wipe it down with denatured alcohol and let it dry thoroughly, and now we are ready for paint. This is just Tesser's just red paint. But moving forward, this is my Red Devils F-18C Freewing 90mm. Plane is absolutely gorgeous. So we'll start with the bad, okay? Because just like everything, nothing's perfect in life, so you're always gonna have some bad. This is a mass-produced product. So my ESC was not hooked up to my EDF, so when you plugged in the battery, the EDS did not chirp or no beeps or nothing. Spent about 20-30 minutes, diagnosed things, thinking, okay, well, I'll probably have a bad ESC. Stuff happens, whatever, it's a mass-produced product. It sucks, of course. So flipped the plane over and saw that the 3 leads were inside the shroud. So it was telling me that the EDF wasn't hooked up. Hooked EDF up, ESC works, so cool. The only other thing is the control rods in the book and so what you get are totally different. In the book, I think it says 80 and 70 millimeters, when really you get a 70 and 75 millimeters. And for the elevator, it's the shortest rods, which are about 45 millimeters, I believe, or 50 millimeters. Now this is the actual length of the control rod itself, the actual metal, not the black clevis ball link, but the actual metal. And so I had to get up with, I had to ask some people, ask around, and we come to the conclusion that the 4 75mm rods go on the rudder and the ailerons, and the flaps get the 70s. And of course your shortest tooth that you're left with goes on the elevator. The only other thing, and this is not even, I don't care about this, but it's just to let you guys know, is that this plane of rears was only going to be released as the Blue Angels. Then sometime later down the road, the gray was going to come about. However, they managed to release the blue and the gray at the same time, I guess to just public feedback. So the doors are operated using just linkages, and it's mechanical opening and closing operation. So the items are blue, but you're not going to see it unless you have the plane flipped upside down or you're looking underneath the plane into the landing gear wells, right? The only blue that you can really see is underneath the the horizontal stab, where the rod goes in. It's for the bearing surface, for the rod to rotate around to control the stab itself. You can see a little bit of shimmer of blue through the cover, but I don't care. And if somebody is going to ding me for that, well, I will non-politely tell them to go kick rocks, because that's just mean. But I think this plane turned out great. I mean, you see you got the bright landing gear, you have got the LED lights. I did the red because red always sticks out to me. And so when I was searching through the liveries, I just type in F-18 squadrons, F-18 liveries, what have you. I was typing in there and just found this and just instantly fell in love with it. I just thought that, man, this is just badass. Apparently this squadron flew off the USS Nimitz. Got my graphics from Cali Graphics. The only other thing I've got to do to this plane is put the black walk panels up here, and I've got to paint the nose black, which I probably won't do because black paint tends to just accelerate gatoring. I don't like gatoring, but it is what it is. It just comes with dealing with foam airplanes. Even Boston Woods and Monaco, they have their own issues when it comes to heat. So I typically will bring out a tent or a king size bed sheet, and then just throw it over top of the planes, and just so they're covered up, because it's not the temperature that makes them gator, it's the actual direct sunlight. But I can't wait to get this plane out. It's awesome. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. It has a ton of thrust. So I'm eager to see how this compares wise speed with the F-22 and the L-39 and stock 6S configurations. I don't fly anything hopped up or nothing like that. I've only been flying for about 7 months now, and I fly often. I can fly here. I can fly the small 1.2 Warbirds here at my house, but anything jet related that's over 64mm, I need to go out to the field to fly, just for room and what have you. But I can't wait to get this out. Oh, that reminds me. So you can buy this plane with the EDF, or you can buy it without. If you buy it without and you happen to have an 80mm EDF, you can plug this in because it comes with a plug, if you will, and 2 spacers or brackets. This is what I'm assuming these are for the 80mm. And this blue is what the linkages that control the gear doors. This is what the blue they are. It's just Blue Angel blue. So you do have that option if somebody's going to run like a hopped up, 80mm, 8S, 6S, 12S, what have you. The battery bay is pretty big, so I don't see why guys couldn't run, 8S, maybe a 10S. I don't know. I do 6S is the largest I do currently. I just can't get over how big this bird is and how awesome it looks. But I do appreciate it, guys. Have a good week coming up. And if you like this video, please subscribe. If you don't, thumbs down. And let me know what else you would like to see or why you did not like this video. Take care. Have a good one. See you guys later.